even though the place where he had invited me to, it was quite a long way, and I was afraid at first because this man, I really didn't know him that much, but even though we had stayed together, but deep down I didn't know him. But anyway, as a man who had kept his word, like by sending me money and showing me a lot of love, even though we were now involved in a long distance relationship, I just said that maybe this is the man that God had chosen for me. So I traveled after he had paid the bus ticket for me. I traveled all the way from my province going to be with him for the Christmas holidays. When I arrived at that place, my brother, the first thing that I noticed was that he said that we were supposed to go on a vacation. And when we went on the vacation, so at the place where we were booked in, there was this other old ship, but it was not like a very big ship. It was just like a wooden boat, but very big. Early in the morning when I would wake up, I would find out that the guy will not be in bed with me. When I would look through the window, I would see that the guy will be standing just close to that old wooden boat. When this guy kept on repeating this process of him going to that boat early in the morning before even sunrise, I then thought that let me go and check out the place where he always go to. When I went to the place where he always stood, I then saw that there was a place where there was a hole, and inside that hole there were two pictures. When I pulled out those two pictures, I saw that they were the pictures of his children, because he had a baby boy and a baby girl. So those two pictures, they were sticked together by 3 needles. I just returned those pictures back into that place where I had found them. Throughout that vacation, my heart was not okay. I kept on asking myself what this guy was all up to. On the final day, when we were supposed to end our vacation, he had told me that from our vacation spot, we were supposed to go back to where his parents stayed, because we were having this vacation in his province, and he wanted to introduce me to his parents and some of his relatives. So on that night, he said that he had been invited by one of his friends. There was a party there. When we went there, my brother, I saw that most of the guys they were drunk, and I saw that the way that they were handling their girlfriends, it was not a nice way. It was like their girlfriends at that time didn't even mean anything, and I kept on doubting this guy that I was now fully in love with, because I saw that the way that his friends treated their girlfriends, maybe in the end he was going to treat me. So I then went outside, because the whole thing that was happening, it was not okay, because there was this other guy that kept on beating up his own girlfriend. Like, he would touch his girlfriend, then he would beat up his girlfriend. So to me, this was not a nice environment to be in. So I went outside, and those guys, they were smoking a lot of weed, so that smell was just too much for me. I was having a light headache. I then decided to go and chill outside just for a minute until the whole drama had ended. Then I will return back in the house. As I was sitting outside, that was when my boyfriend started looking for me. When he could not find me, he then went outside. He was partially drunk, and when he came out, that was when he started insulting me and saying that I was a prostitute. What was I doing outside? Maybe I wanted to have intercourse with one of his friends. I then asked him where he was getting all of these things that he was saying to me, because I had never cheated on him, and that is the truth. For the whole year, my brother, there were so many temptations, but even though he was far away from me, I had managed to keep myself for him for the whole year. But here he was busy insulting me. That was when he gave me this other glass of whiskey, and he said that I had to drink all that whiskey that was inside that glass. As I was looking at it, it didn't look like it was whiskey, because it was dark red in color, as if it had been mixed with blood. I tried drinking that whiskey, my brother, but I could not even finish off that glass. After I had drank that glass of whiskey, he then went outside as if he was waiting for me to doze off or to get drunk. He came back, but he thought that I was drunk. That was when he started saying many things that I could not even understand. Like, we were supposed to get inside the house and we were supposed to exchange our partners. And when I said, "What are you trying to say? What do you want me to do?" That was when he saw that I was not sober. He poured another glass and he said I should drink. So I drank, my brother, because I saw that at that time, the way that he was speaking with me, he was speaking with me in quite a very nasty voice, like he wanted to beat me up, because he kept on saying, "I want you to drink. I want you to drink this thing, this whiskey. Why don't you want to drink this whiskey?" He said a lot of things that were so hurtful. In the end, he even accused my mother of being a witch, because he was saying that at that time when he was staying at our house, he kept on seeing our mother, and each and every time that he would see our mother would be in his room, that same room that he was renting when he was staying at our house. And whenever he would see my mom standing in his house, my mom would be naked trying to do some stuff on him. He kept on saying that my mom was a witch. So I kept on crying as he was forcing me to drink that whiskey. He left a glass that was filled with whiskey. He said that right now I am going to the kitchen, and if I go to the kitchen and if I come back, if I found out that there is still whiskey in this glass, I am going to beat you up and I can even kill you and will go and dump you in the sea. I was so nervous, Brother Nash, at that time, and I didn't know what to do anymore, because as for my phone, I had given him my phone so that he can go and charge it. I didn't know where he had taken my phone to, so there was not even an opportunity for me to call the police or even to inform any of my relatives. As I was sitting outside, that was when I started crying, because I told myself that maybe today is the day that I am supposed to die, and I kept on thinking about my child. I was asking myself, what is going to happen to my child? Yes, this man, he had given me a lot of money and he had assisted my mom when things were not okay for us, and now I was very hopeful that in the end I was going to get married to this man. But now this man was saying that he can even kill me and go and dump me into the ocean. I was really scared. We went into the house, so I drank whatever that was inside that whiskey glass. After I had drank everything that was inside that whiskey glass, I felt so dizzy, my brother. When I felt dizzy like that, I swear to God that I saw this other Mercedes Benz that was driving up that place where we were having that party, because that house, it was almost built on top of a hill. So I saw that Mercedes Benz as it was climbing up the hill, but where it went to, I don't even know, because I was sitting outside. It was like that car that was driving towards me, it just disappeared the more that it moved closer. So that thing that I saw, it really shocked me. When I rose up from the place where I was sitting, because I wanted to make sure that everything that I was seeing things that were real. That was when my boyfriend walked out of the house and he said, "Why are you standing? So are you standing?" He went and he picked up that whiskey glass that he had given me. He was surprised like as to why there was nothing in that whiskey glass. That was when he started insulting me and he said, "You see, I told you that your mother is a witch. Your mother is a witch and she has used her charms to protect you." I then said, "What do you mean that my mom is a witch, and what charms has she used as to protect me? What did you want to do with me?" That was when I thought of screaming. So when he saw that I wanted to scream, he then started pretending as if he was drunk and he started laughing as he was walking away. Throughout the night, my brother, I was not even feeling safe. When the next morning came, that was when he apologized to me and his friends apologized to me, and they said that this is what my boyfriend does whenever he is drunk. He tries to pretend as if he is into a lot of occult magic and things like that. And from that day, my brother, when this boyfriend of mine showed me this behavior, I never wanted to be with him. Along the way, I pretended as if I was still in love, because all that I wanted wanted was to return back home safely. He introduced me to his parents and things like that. I was only happy the moment that he got me onto the bus that was supposed to take me back to the province where I stay. Right now, my brother, I am just working in a clothing store, but I am so happy at where I am right now. And one thing that I have seen, if you have ever come across spiritual things, you pray. And now, my brother, if you see me praying, I know what I am fighting against. A lot of people that goes to church, they do not even know what they are fighting against. But I know what I saw on that night whilst we were at that party with my boyfriend. I saw a car that was driving towards me, then it disappeared when it got closer to me. Hi, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us, then it was forwarded to me by one of our admins. Strange things do happen in this world.